Hey, what's up, guys? No Time Gamer here with another movie review. Finally, here. This one here is for Killers of the Flower Moon. Yes, I got to watch it. I skipped work, so I actually got to go watch it last night on Thursday, which was really cool. I'm glad I got to see it early before pretty much everybody else did. And before I even went in, before I even went in the movie, I was just checking out. I'm like, it's gonna be a long movie. I know it's gonna be long, but it's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna enjoy it. And then as soon as I looked at the length, 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 27 minutes is what it says for runtime. Holy cow. That is, I was like, man, this is going to be an extremely long movie. 3.5 hours. That's a really, really long time. So, did it hold my expectations? Did it keep me entertained the entire time? We'll find out. But overall, yes, this is the newest film from Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, which is this lady right over here, and Robert De Niro. There are some other people there's a few of them that I knew were in it, but then there's some other roles and people that I did not know were in this movie, which was pretty cool to see. So I did like that part, how they just there was a few actors that I've recognized from other things, and it was cool to see them in this, and I had no idea they were in it. So that was a nice little surprise. But this one here is based off a book, I believe, which is based on a true story in the 20s, I want to say. So yeah, it was definitely during the 20s. Leonardo DiCaprio's character just comes back from the war, World War One, and he meets his, or not meets, but meets up with his uncle, which is played by Robert De Niro. And Robert De Niro is pretty much the go-to guy in this neighborhood. The Osage, yeah, I'll say Osage. We'll say Osage, the Osage Indians. So he can speak their language. He's kind of like a go-to figure in the community, contributing and all this stuff like that. And then you just kind of learn more and more about him and see how he really is. And that's part of the plot. Also, as well, this was during, like I said, the 20s. So essentially these Osage, I hope I'm saying it right. The Osage Indians were moved to Oklahoma, and I can't remember what area they came from, but essentially they moved to Oklahoma. This is all true story, by the way. They all moved to Oklahoma because they knew that Americans are not gonna want this land because it's flat, it's barren, there's nothing on it. So they kind of take over this land, and essentially, or eventually, they realize that they're sitting on a tons of oil. So they essentially get rich. And now, of course, as always, the European American men and children and all that stuff move into town, and they kind of want to get in on the action on some of the money. So you have a lot of Americans marrying Native Americans, basically just to get rights and stuff to access the land and the money. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie. I won't say anything else, but like I said, this is based on a true story. It is directed by Martin Scorsese. So, of course, he's going to have Leo in there and Robert De Niro. And I'll start off by saying, acting wise, holy cow, everybody did a phenomenal job, especially this Lily Gladstone. I don't know if I really remember her in anything else, but she was phenomenal. I mean, I believed everything that she was talking about, just the way she portrayed the character. Man, and Leo, obviously he does a great job. Robert De Niro, but I definitely say the star of the show is probably Lily Gladstone, in my opinion. But like I said, this is a long movie. Everybody's acted well. It's shot extremely well, which you're no surprise there. You actually feel like you're there, which it's crazy. Just the way they show everything, and you actually feel like you're in that time period, experiencing everything. And then pretty much I really enjoyed everything that they did, that they shot, that movie wise. Everything was perfect. I mean, directing wise, And just as a cinema, I'm not going to say masterpiece, but just as a cinema movie, everything about it, if that's what you like, if that's your thing, movies, where you're transported there, where you can actually feel it, and you feel the actors and the actresses and how well they do and all that stuff. If you like that, if that's your cup of tea, yeah, this one's definitely like a 9 or 10, 9 or 10 out of 10, no doubt. Just the acting, the way it's shot, everything. But that is as a movie, as a cinema experience, I'll say it's definitely a 9 or 10 easily. No, there's no doubt about it. But to me, I enjoy Martin Scorsese films like The Departed, and I kind of feel like I'm more entertained. I was more entertained watching The Departed. Like, the pacing was good. Not to say the pacing wasn't good in this one, and it's not going to be for everybody, because it's extremely slow in my opinion. And if you're coming in here to see tons of action and stuff like that, you're going to be surprised, because there's not much action in it at all. And when the action does happen, it's like literally like that, just real quick. So it's definitely a slow movie, but like I said, it sets up the story nice. It really wants you to learn about this story that happened, and maybe go home, do some research on it. I might even do some research on it just to learn more about it, because it's an extremely interesting subject by far. But for me, like I said, it's just a little too slow for me. It's a good movie. Like I said, I like the acting and everything like that, but it's just a little too slow for me. And I wasn't necessarily, for the 3.5 hours, I wasn't necessarily entertained the entire time. One of the things that I do like about it, though, is the ending, which I won't really spoil it, but they do something a little different other than, just going to black and words coming up and telling you, well, this person, 10 years from now did this, or blah, 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 blah. They do something a little different in this, and that might have been my favorite part, to be honest, was the ending. Just the way they shot it and the way they did it. It's just a very interesting, unique way of what Martin Scorsese did, and I really, really did enjoy that part. And it goes on for about 10, 15 minutes, but it's a 3.5 hour runtime movie. But still, that being said, I really did like the ending and the way he shot it and did that. So I was really impressed by that. It's a good movie to me, but like I said, it's just a little too slow for me. But I was definitely invested in it. So overall, from my point of view, I would probably say 8. I'd definitely give it an 8. But like I said, as a cinema experience, definitely 9 or 10 out of 10, easily, for sure. But just to me, and in my opinion, I'm gonna go 8. Just like I said, it wasn't entertained the entire time, I guess. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. You should definitely go see it for yourself, but make sure you schedule a block of time to go see it, because like I said, this is a extremely long one, 3.5 hours. But we'll leave it at that. For me, definitely an 8. Definitely an 8. I did like it. I did enjoy it. But as a cinema experience, definitely 9, 10 out of 10, easily, for sure. Just the way, all the acting, all that stuff. So we will leave it at that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't be surprised if this one wins a ton of awards, because you can already tell this has definitely got Oscars written all over it, for sure. So I can almost guarantee it that it's going to win a lot of awards. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Until then, catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.